transitive for me, but it says if somebody is doing well, it is good for me. It's that approach that assumes. So let me sort of expand a little bit and then come to India. Now, if you look at the current strategic thinking in the United States, it's evolving a little bit, but there are two big groups. One is the neoconservatives. The neoconservatives, led by President Bush, to a certain extent, General Paul, former Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld, Condoleezza Rice, Secretary of State, and many of the assistants under the Vice President's office, Richard D. Cheney, or Dick Cheney. They thought of American strategic culture being defined by its ability to project power beyond the boundaries of the United States, anywhere in the world, wherever the U.S. national interests are challenged, or wherever potentially the American national interests can be challenged. So the contrasting story we can think about, can India think along those lines? Right? Do we have the capacity and the ability to do that? So the attacks on the United States on September 11, 2001 was interpreted as a direct challenge to the national security of the United States. So they went about, within a matter of months, invading Afghanistan. And they were able to deliver such amount of firepower within matters of hours. There was nothing to bomb. So the big report that's coming out on like November 2nd, 2001 was the Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense is saying, we have no targets in Afghanistan. There are no targets to bomb because they're thinking the whole war capacity building was thought for destroying the Soviet Union. So when they turned their attention towards Afghanistan, they went through the target list very quickly. The other thing they did within, even before President Bush took power, he was hell-bent on removing Saddam Hussein in power. To him, it was an unfinished business of his father. So they came in with an idea that destruction of Iraq or removal of Saddam Hussein and his destructive power from Iraq was an essential part of American national security. So thus is the fourth projection, and projecting your force quite beyond your boundaries. The other dimension that is the Obama administration now, and to a certain extent the Clinton administration dealt with, was the interventionist. These are humanitarian interventionists. If they say there's a genocide in Rwanda, we intervene. If there's genocide in Sudan, we intervene. If there's problems in Libya, now we intervene. If there's problems in Syria, now we should intervene. Intervention, or in Kosovo for that matter, or Bosnia. So intervention is defined by the ability to do good. So American power projection should be used for ability to save people from harm. And this is sort of the World War II motto. We sort of intervened in World War II because we wanted to save the Jews from slaughter. Although that was not the original intent, but that's a color that is being lent by a reassessment of history now. So there are the two competing dimensions. The third big dimension to the American